Hello everyone, I'm Grandmaster Mon Hambleton and welcome back to Building Habits. In this series, I'm going to teach you some fundamental habits to improve your chess game instantly. Starting as if I'm a complete beginner, I'm going to climb up the ranks using only these simple habits. However, to keep it realistic, I have to follow a strict set of rules to simulate what it's like playing at each level. Remember, the goal is not to win every single game, but to teach you fundamental, high percentage moves that are correct most of the time. As my rating rises, the habits will become more advanced and the limitations will start to fall off naturally. In level 3, we still want to avoid gambits and sacrifices. Now, we're thinking for ourselves by playing active chess, as well as learning advanced tactical themes. Finally, make sure you study basic opening theory and learn the common responses. Now, let's get into the chess and learn how to build good habits together. Let's get right in. First game of the day, 5-minute chess. We're at 1400. Let's see if we can keep pushing them far away from the 1300s. I never want to see them again. Good, I'm playing a 1400. I would like to remain one. I don't want anything to do with 1300s anymore. Okay, let's get our knight out, other knight, and you know, when this bishop comes out here, we're going to be perfect time to get castled. Let's take, and while we do want to develop this bishop here, because it cannot go here, d6 is going to make sure that we don't get hit with e5 in a bad way. Bishop here. Then we can bring our bishop out. We do want a castle. We have our snorkel with h6. And let's get out of the way there. Okay. Bishop cannot go to those squares. So, yeah, not moves we need to worry about. Rook e8, queen d7, other rook over. All of these moves start to make a lot of sense. Okay, queen here, we will just continue. Rook e8 feels correct. Move we want to do. Okay, we see f4. F4 is a little bit of a different move, I guess. Mainly because you know, our planned moves probably not the wisest, just due to our bishop. So I'm not really sure how to adjust things here. Like, I still want to do this. So what, am I just never going to do it? I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I only really have one idea here. Queen d7 and rook d8. So I feel like other than that, I would just be playing RPMs here. I'll go and do my habits, but do them mildly out of order, just to suit the position a little bit better. e5. This is the... doesn't look quite right. We look in the center and we can't go there, so I guess we have to go here. Knight back to d7. Okay. So it turns out the RPM helped, and it's not like I even solved my problem, but sometimes you make a random move because what's going to happen is your opponent's going to do something, in this case e5, that forces all these other moves to happen. And then when you play all those other moves, you don't have to worry about the initial problem anymore. So I kind of solved it without actually solving it. I didn't do anything to prevent it, but he started doing other things, which is good. He goes like that. I think we want to bring the other rook in to the middle. Okay, he's playing queen to f3 here. Our rooks are in the middle. Our pieces are not like... I would like this knight to be here, if I'm being honest. So the fact that we have both of the rooks in the middle is great, but I really need my knight fixed. Otherwise, you know, I need my RPMs. So I've got all of our pieces here. I'd like to play this. It's pinned, so I don't really have a good way to stop that. So I think I'm just going to keep chucking these pawns up the board. I don't really know what else to do, to be honest. I've got everything that we want. in the position. Okay, he goes with the rook. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, pawn to f5 here. Fortunately, we can use our hawk-like vision here and just basic fork. Well, that's fortunate. Whew. Take that. I wonder if this trade is going to happen. The d6 pawn can also be taken, so something most obvious. Queen takes. I guess we'll continue with our capture here. And what can we do next? Queen needs to move. As usual, we'll go into the center first, if possible. That is the center. In we go. We'll see how White wants to react to this. I would say the next move that makes sense is maybe this one, the last RPM that we have. Okay, the knight goes to a4, and using our hawk-like vision here, we're able to spot a nice skewer. The tactics are carrying us in this one. Queen up, and we will take this free piece. That's a trade we like. Well, it's a trade, so we like it, I think is a better way to say that. I think I'm going to use this moment to just bring my knight back to where I think it should be. Both pieces are in the center now. King has our great square on h7 made available. Where can we put this rook? Let's go somewhere in the center. Okay, and I'll put a knight in. It's also going to get me a trade, so I'm a big fan of this knight move. Looks really good. Yep. In the center, making trades happen. Let's maybe use the rook and start attacking pawns. Of course, we also want to get our king into the middle, so those are the moves I'm thinking of here. Okay, and take that. Okay, we'll take everything here. I do like the... Okay, well, opponent is handing us pawns, so yeah, king to the middle. And I think a combination of all our plans here, rook taking pawns, king to the middle, and then pushing a pass pawn, those are going to be all we need, and definitely a trade. So without further ado, let's push. Okay, can't push more, so let's support it. I'm looking to go all the way here. As far as we are going to be allowed to go with this pawn. Okay, just going. There we go. And let's bring our bishop into the center here. King, go central. And we want to make a queen here. Let's do that. Can take that back. And now we need to just bring a rook into the middle. To make a queen here. Okay, now most important thing for this checkmate here is let's put this bishop in the corner so it's out of the way. And the mistake that I always make is I never take the pawn. Okay, so now I'm going to take it. Now we can set things up. Perfect. Wait, what? Oh, okay, let's get this king out of there. Okay, I've got it now. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. Now, see, that makes more sense. It really does. Now, that ladder made a lot more sense. The bishop out of the way, the king out of the way. Now I get it. I understand now. That's what makes sense. The ladder. The rook is closer to the king. It's really all pre-moves, but we made the right choice. We first got the piece out of the way, then we went to take, and I thought we were just gonna ladder it home. But we had this in the way. We need to get that out of the way. Then we can just ladder it down, and there will not be a stalemate. There won't be. And we take the first dub for the day. Bishop here, very important. Knight here would get hit with that. So we need to start with this knight. He is going to be a queen f3 guy. Let's get our bishop out. And he's immediately hitting us with the move g4. Well, I wonder what he's planning. Anybody have an idea? I think I know exactly what he's planning. His last, well, maybe it's not his last move, but certainly the two before that have a very clear intention. And his last move simply wants to remove the knight so that the other pieces from earlier can coordinate on f7. So I think the simplest solution here, and definitely the one that's going to be the safest, is just to castle. That way our rook gets there. Our knight can't move to the center, so I guess we go here. And then we think. Go like this. We got the chessbrah dog here. He will show me what to do. Right, Cooper? Bishop e6. We can't snork up here, that's for sure. Okay, where's this bishop going? He's all over the place here. But you know what I like to do? I like to go on into the center. We can't really go here. It's just not an option. The knight doesn't have that square. I'm going to expand in the center. It's a particularly good idea, I feel like, when your opponent's tossing this kind of move at you. Expand in the center. Get something. Got to claim some space. Okay. I always just go right ahead and take. Okay. Can we get some semblance of reality here? Let's bring our knight back into the center. It sucks. I'd rather put it there. And then get our queen up and get our rooks over. So we start to remind ourselves how to play chess here. We don't have snork as an option here. If the queens were traded, I'd be a little more interested in doing it. But yeah, this early g-pawn means it just doesn't make any sense. You're just going to be suiciding on the king side. Okay. Queen up. The rooks are coming into the middle here. Okay. 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 All right, we've made it. Our king is looking very exposed, so I think we should find some semblance of safety here. Let's hide our king and pretend that we're completely safe here with absolutely nothing to worry about. This does not feel completely safe with nothing to worry about, but I do like the idea of being on an open line and trading rooks. A trade is something I'm desperate for. Desperate. What do you think, Cooper? Like our position, bud? He doesn't like the position. I understand. I understand. Okay, bishop takes here. Let's take, because after we take, we can still take here, and we've got all the trades. Okay, queen h5. Interesting move here. What are we doing? The guy's got just about nothing developed, so, you know, great energy there. Queen there. I guess we'll take the pawn in the middle here. This looks like a freebie for me. Right, Coop? We love freebies in the middle. Oh. Well, with a fork there, I guess we don't want to lose any material, so... Oh. Well, that's clearly the intention. Anything for me here? I can't move the knight. Cooper, what am I supposed to do, buddy? I don't have anything left to do. Help. Running our king so we don't lose all our material. Let's trade, shall we? Okay. Well, at least he agrees. Looking for the stick on the ice award here. Let's go into the middle. Take that. I guess bring our king in. Let me take some pawns here. Give me that. Give me that. Got a pawn, Coop. Things are looking up for us, bud. Oh, okay. Let's take that. Okay, well. Pass pawn, anyone? Pass pawn, anyone? Oh my god, dude, I can't even. Pass pawn, anyone? Please. Let me push the damn thing. Let me push it. Oh my goodness. We're pushing all our pawns, and I mean, at this point we're praying for the miracle. Praying for the miracle. Coop, I'm embarrassed as well, bud. I'm embarrassed as well. Coop, it's not looking good for us, bud. It's not looking good for us, Coop. Well, unfortunately, the only game in the entire Habit series that the dog spectated, we lost. So I think he's lost faith in the system here. We kind of got blasted here. What is this kingside attack nonsense? I mean, dude, we had a position where this was happening. Coop, I'm sorry. I mean, it's the circle, man. Guys, the dog's sad. We lost. This is brutal. I mean, anytime someone is going for these attacks here, you're always going to have a tough time. Doesn't mean it's always going to be an L, but it's always going to be a tough time. Being attacked is no fun. That's the reality. We're at 1388. Let's make sure not to drop down too low. Pawn into the middle. Let's bring the knight out. And we face an opening. We don't face a ton, but we're going to play the habitual way with this 2-knight setup. Yeah, we got to take that back. Okay, the bishop comes out. We don't see this variation always, but it does come with knight back to g3. The bishop moves, and this is all just stuff you're gonna have to remember. Bishop f5, knight g3, bishop g6. We just play h4. Our goal is to trap the bishop in one move, so that looks pretty good. So he stops us with h5. Immediately knight into the center. Not all these moves are gonna make a lot of sense. It's like, what are we doing? Where are the habits? But this is stuff we can remember move by move. We want to take that bishop, right? And oh boy, that would really be awkward for black if the bishop had to be recaptured like that. So I suspect he'll find another way around this so that doesn't happen. If h6 was played, I feel like bishop h7 would be natural, but after h5, bishop h7 doesn't feel that good. So I feel that he'll probably play a different move, maybe this one. Seems to make some sense. It's really not that intuitive. Maybe he'll play knight here, but then the point of what we're doing is very clear. We're going to take that bishop and ruin the pawns. So now this pawn is hanging, right? The bishop's gone back. The pawn is just sitting there. To be honest, the nice thing for you is you don't have to remember to take this pawn. You put your queen there, whether you're taking a pawn or not. So if the pawn was on h6, it's nice that your move would be the exact same. So you play h4 to trap the bishop. They're going to play the h pawn because they want some space for the bishop. You're going to bring the knight in to hit the bishop. No matter where the pawn is, you're going to play queen h5 now. The pawn's on h6, you'd still do it. If the pawn's on h5, well, in this case, I'm just taking it. This is even better. So I would take here, and then I would pre-move bishop to c4. The pre-move is the key. A lot can go wrong here, but a lot can go right. Let's see if it works. Knight f6 was such a bad move, but bishop c4 was such a good move that it's still gonna work. Mate in one, look for better. It's still gonna work. You know how frustrating that is? I mean, first of all, knight here is crazy. This is crazy. We had mate here, but this move is so damn good that the guy can't, like, he can't stop the bishop without getting mate. Like, he was in trouble anyway. Yeah, when you're in level 3 habits, you're just memorizing a few opening lines that might get you some really quick KOs, much like this. Now, if it doesn't, no problem. But when the guy brings his bishop out and you play knight here, your opponents are all going to play bishop there. That's what they're used to. You're tricking them a little bit because the main line goes like this. And here, they play h5 or they play h6, right? We know these moves are what they're expecting. And notice how we don't have a knight here. But our surprise for them is that we haven't played d4. So we're playing the exact same line, but we have a knight here instead of the pawn here. And the huge difference is that we can play knight here. And when the queen and knight are out like this, the only real way to stop it is with g6. And that's why I was saying we pre-move this, because we want to make that threat. So it's a pretty easy line to memorize, and it comes with a lot of poison. If it doesn't happen, stick to your habits. But if it goes the way you want, it's just an easy win out of the opening. So fairly risk-free to attempt. May as well. Only have to memorize about 4 or 5 unusual moves that you might not normally play, but that's it. These sacrifices you're seeing are part of the opening. These aren't ones that you're cooking up yourself. Don't think for a second that you guys are good at chess. You're not. That's why I don't want anyone using their own brain. Imagine that all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, you can sacrifice. You guys are stupid. Every goddamn move you'd be thinking, okay, wait a minute, knight takes c6? Like, you're wasting your time. You're not going to find a single sacrifice that works. You're not going to know why. You're not going to know what to look for. So instead, no sacrifices. Just do the ones I tell you to do. Those are the safe ones. I trust you with them. Okay, this is great responsibility what we're looking at here. Think of it as the trust I'm placing in you, right? It says no sacrifices, and yet I'm entrusting you with one. Please be responsible. e4, we'll bring out the knight. Of course, the other knights, we got the pair of knights out, then into the middle with this pawn at level 3. We want to take, queen takes as well. Develop the bishop, hitting the center, and castle. Bishop also hitting the center. Feels like we have 2 happy bishops. Rook's coming in. Okay, goes bishop there. That's a capture. And to make sure that this doesn't happen, what do we want to do? A lot of things to do, to be honest, but I don't mind this. It's an early RPM, but that's what level 3 is all about. Just adjusting to the position, making sure that you are playing all your habits, but you're doing it in a way that makes the most sense with the position you're facing. So the only thing you're doing is really changing up the order. So did an RPM early, goes here, let's take it. Rook on into the middle. Okay. Hey, he's snorking up, I'm snorking up. That's a good time. Okay, go ahead and bring our king in. It is endgame time, so let's go with the king. Don't really know what's happening there. Knight to the side of the board. Okay, I just found out what's happening there. Apologies, wasn't familiar with your game. Yeah. Okay, there you go. That's a bit more like it for me. Okay, bring that king in. Goes here, and some RPMs on this side. Okay. Get some RPMs going. Bring the king in. Got all of our RPMs here. What can we do? Maybe a little trade here in the middle. He's heading to the middle of the board. I have to respect it. Offer a trade. I'm just all about the trades, you know? What can I say? I don't trust the opponent to know what they're doing. Let's bring our king up. The goal is the center, so we'll see if we can get there. I guess we'll just kind of wait. Like, I'd like to go king up in here, if allowed. Okay, we'll just take that. The center. I'd like it. Okay, we did get it. The king is our power piece here, so I'm just kind of hunting down. Oh, okay. Ooh, he's allowing me to take everything here. Let's take there. Okay. Hit him with the blue skies here. All right, we both got a queen. Let's take with a check. What can we do here? Check. Check. We're gonna make a draw. Check. He's just gonna go back, isn't he? Bring our king over to the pawn. Maybe I can like use my queen as a shield because I can't cross right now. Just a bit annoying. Okay. Well, a trade will definitely do, my friend. Let's go. Ah, yes. But the little pawn that could. The little guy that could. That's it? The little guy that could play g3 and that's it? Or that's it? Next one. Wow, these guys are all like showing a lot of respect, you know? If we hadn't done all that work with checkmating with a queen, for example, I don't think the respect would have been shown. Because they know I'm that guy on campus. They know I've been drilling the queen checkmate. They're not even going to waste my time. But if you don't practice the checkmate, all of your opponents are going to be like, all right, make them show it. Make them show it. But they already know. I'm in the library. They know I'm studying. Endgames seem to be our saving grace. 14-12. It's something, but it's not good enough. Oh my goodness. That piece set was so offensive. We need to win this game. Does that ever happen to you? You see what pieces the guy's playing with? You're like, my fucking God. Like, I can't lose to those. Okay, we got the knights out. Bishop next. Let's snork up early. Okay, he's doing the same, but you know what? I'm just gonna play this. I want him to castle, and then I'll castle. Something about this guy is giving me G4 energy, and I'm not sure about him. There's something. Now, hang on a sec. Let's play D5. This guy's giving me low T, like, you know, play at the back kind of energy. I'm not falling for it. Let's go straight into the center. I take it back. D6. We don't need that. D5. Level 3 here. Let's take the center and not stand for any of this. Okay, there we go. The guide castle. Look, it's safe. We can castle. And look at that. All we did was delay it, but that's what we want. Let's bring our rooks into the middle. Okay, he's bringing the knight there. It does look like an annoying knight. Let's go ahead and take that. Takes here and, well, okay. We can, yeah, I think we can take this pawn in the middle. Looking like a freebie. Okay, bishop's hit. Let's just, go back. Don't need to be a hero here. Okay, just bring the rooks to the middle. Obviously, we're going to start with tempo. Why the heck not? Knight's hit, safest place, where we just came from. Let's go. We got another rook coming into the center. Rook coming over. I think we just, do the same. He's going to add an attacker. I'll add a defender. Whoa. Okay. That is a very high energy move. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness. Knight takes e5, bishop b3. Oh. What the hell follow-up is that? He sacked a piece and then he just calmly moved a bishop. Like, you don't think I saw that? I saw that. These are the guys that are like walking on the sidewalk and they just run straight into a pole. Completely disoriented after, and they just keep on walking. And everyone's like, dude, we fucking saw you. That was, what? Trying to pretend like nothing happened here? Like, we saw you sack the knight, my friend. We could just go play bishop b3 like nothing happened. So we got a red dot here. Let's move the queen, I guess. What else? Seems pretty smart. Let's get the queen out of the way. He's gonna move the pawn. What can we do here? I'm definitely looking at the potential of pieces in the center as well as potential forks. So looking at bishop and knight in. So I see this move. First thing I think of is probably knight d3. This is a nice one because it attacks the bishop and the rook. So let's go in with that. Hit him with the tactics. Rook takes. Go ahead and take that. Okay, what happened to my fork here? This was supposed to be a little better than that. Did I just walk into a pole? Queen's hit. I mean, I guess we'll go here. It's kind of brutal. Okay, well, I'll certainly take this piece. Capture towards the center. It's really not what we kind of wanted, but I guess it's okay. Let's get the RPM here. It's with that move. Stay central. Oh, definitely got some captures to be made there. Yeah, let's take towards the center always. I guess b6 just to finish off the RPMs on that side of the board. And usually it's time to trade more pieces. I mean, it's always time to trade more pieces, but here it looks like we actually can. All right, let's be careful here. These pieces are lined up right on that pawn, so I'll lend some support there. Now we've got this pawn being hit. Let's guard that. Okay, we'll go back here. Just like that. We have this check we can do. Take. King is like relatively okay here. Oof, that is annoying. Queen in the middle. I don't know what we're supposed to do there. King back. I've only got one move here, so I guess this is what we do now. Jeez. I want to get a check. That's about only, I got 2 seconds. We're playing a check. Okay, give me a check. 1. Right, so check, check, check for the draw. Oh. Awkward. I probably convinced a few of you, didn't I? Guy's a genius. I mean, let's get real. Guy got lucky. Queen c6. Oh. To play queen g2 later. Lucker dog, if you ask me. The fact that that guy got away with knight e5 is sickening. All right, we'll put the pawn into the middle. He's going to attack. We're going to defend. The knight's out. When these pieces go there, we do not bring the knight there. Instead, we go with the bishop first. Why do we do that? So that when the guys go here at 1450, we win a piece. Yes. When they go here, they might have got us at level 1. But we're not that stupid. Not going to hang my queen. Certainly not. The king goes up into the middle. Take this pawn in the center. Guys, he's 1450, still going for the cheese ball knight g5. Like, when are these guys gonna grow up? This is literally why we play this. Can't have this nonsense. Get that out of here. Why do you think I've been telling you play this way? Way too many noobs like to hit you with this. Don't allow it. Let's go with e4. We get e5. The knights come out. Always nice to get the pair of knights out there. Bishop. We'll castle. We can snork up here. Okay, the pawn comes up. Bishop is a trade for us. I mean, hey, this is easy habits, baby. Easy habits. He goes back. Let's take. And move that I usually like. Just when you have it. In the center. Take that space. If it's supported, it's always worth it. And then bring the rooks in. You notice the difference. Now we have the space. Okay, queen needs to move. I can't go in the center, but I'll stay very close by with queen d3, I think. Rooks into the middle. This looks pretty good. Okay, let's get that rook in. Once again with the rook. Okay, he's really going with this queen here. Okay, well, we can get some RPMs. Knight in the middle, pretty solid. Moves the king. Let's continue. I'm not thinking too much about these moves. I feel like they do make sense. Okay, he's going like this. The RPMs. I guess it's time for the knight to jump in. Knight in. Okay. Let's finish off the pawn moves here. Rook here. Well, we kind of want to double the rooks anyway, so I don't think I mind playing this, followed by doubling, staying very central, everything pointed at the center. This is what the habits are all about. The simple moves in the center, rather than, like, I'm not wasting my time calculating anything. I would never consider moving these pawns. I wouldn't consider bringing my king into the middle when the queens are on the board. I wouldn't consider, I don't know, moves to the side of the board. Just central. Nice and easy. That's a capture. Anytime there is a capture, I feel like your life is almost made easier because you know exactly what move you're going to do. So we have some pressure on this. Let's see what we can do. Just move our queen up. Again, staying in the center. Goes queen here. Some pressure. Again, I wouldn't really consider this. Like, I might play it eventually, but certainly wouldn't be my first option. Let's use our pieces. They're all staying in the center, exactly where we need them. Okay. Just gonna move around here. Not too sure what we're doing. Okay, there you go. There's an answer. We have a trade. What can we do? Rook into the center, perhaps. The actual center. Okay, double up once again. I guess we have a kind of a fork here. Okay. Nice fork there. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Well, it's good. Once again, if we didn't have the snorkel, we'd be dead lost there. So it's a good thing we do. Let's offer a queen trade and just everybody calm down. Queen trade and chill. Yep, this is what we like to see. Everybody relax. Now, I'd like to bring my king to the middle, but I'm not even sure that we can move here, to be honest with you. My king feels kind of stuck. Like I can go up the board, but I can't go more towards the middle. King, okay, maybe a check. King's only got one square there. Let's take that. And actually, the good thing is you can get closer to the center here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so now we got our king in the middle. I think it's a bit of an improvement. Rook here. Okay. Would you look at that? We really didn't have to do much that game, did we? He just walked into it. The power of the habits. That's it. You can't tell me that we did much here. We're just waiting. I'm down a pawn. I'm just biding my time. Our end games set us apart. You're telling me after the struggles to reach 1450, we might become human in one more game here? Okay. All right. Match in the center. And out comes the knight. The other knight. The bishop. We will take that, followed by developing our next bishop here. Whoa. Queen takes. Okay. Well, let's start by taking this bishop, making a trade. Oh. Well, I'm not going to hang my rook, and I'm not going to forfeit castling. So I guess this one is what I have to do, just so we can castle at least. Snork up next. This is brutal. Knight back here. I want my, queen. Yeah, rook in the middle. Okay, that's a trade. Yeah, queen up. Rook over. It's looking pretty tough here. Down a clear piece. Let's get that rook. Okay. Brings the queen back, I guess. Some pawn moves here. And there's a trade. We take those. Bring the queen out. Remember, I'm not that scared of this. I do have my snorkel there. No, he's just gonna defend everything. Yeah. It's not that great. King moves. I'm not too sure what to do here. Our king can't really join the game. move the queen so we can continue our RPMs here. Oh, that's friendly. Okay. Okay, that's not that bad. Could have been worse. Can we bring our king to the middle? The answer is no. Okay, sorry I asked. Jesus. Okay, I get it now. It's really no. Good talk, good talk. All right, well, let's take a pawn. Don't mind if I do. Okay, let's bring the bishop back into the center here. Oh, trade. Perfect. Perfect. King still can't get to the goddamn center. Okay. Still can't get to the center. What the hell? What do you want me to do here, bud? Am I somehow losing? Can't possibly be. Okay, let's make sure we don't lose that pawn there. Not what we like. Get your hands off, pal. Get your hands off. Okay. Let's see. What's our opponent going to do? I think our opponent's going to do. Easy on me, bud. Easy on me. No problem. We can just catch up to this pawn here. It's a good thing he almost has no time, so this will be tough for him to convert. He resigned. This guy's so fucking stupid. I just won. I just won the game. I didn't even draw it. I won the game. Nah, I don't want to hear nothing from anyone about resigning. Get the fuck out. I'll ban every one of you. Never, ever open your mouth about resigning a game again. Never. We're down a queen with no pieces, and we just won the game. Won the game. And we just hit 1,500 off that. I mean, are you joking? How can you resign games when people like this exist? Like, what? I don't even know what just happened. How is this real? He resigned. It was such, it brought shame on his family. He said, I'm out. Yep. I have to give up the game after that. It's the only explanation. It's the only thing to do. Never resign, folks. This is why.